All right, welcome. Today we're going to talk about dilations. Dilation on the coordinate plane is a type of transformation that results from the reduction or the enlargement of an image. When we dilate with a scale factor. So if we were using a scale factor of 2, what we do with this scale factor is multiply each coordinate by the scale factor. So if point A was located at 3, -4, we would take our x-coordinate 3, multiply it times 2. That would give us a prime, which would be 6. We could take our -4, we would multiply that times 2, so our new y would be -8. So dilating point A using a scale factor of 2 would give us the new ordered pair 6, -8. If we were using a scale factor of 1/2, we can use the fraction form. We could also convert it to a decimal, whichever is easier depending on your coordinates. So if we had point B located at -4, +2, we would multiply each of those by 0.5. And so -4 times 0.5 would be -2, and 2 times 0.5 would be 1. So B prime, the new ordered pair, would be -2, +1. All right. Let's try and do some of that on the coordinate plane. So here we have point A on the coordinate plane. And we're going to go ahead and dilate it using a scale factor of 2. So we would take our ordered pair here. We're going to take our 3 and multiply it times 2. And then we're going to take our 2 and multiply that times the scale factor of 2. And so our new ordered pair would be 6, +4. So we'll call this A prime. So down on our coordinate plane, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, A prime would be right there. Let's go ahead and take the same ordered pair, 3, 2, and dilate it using a scale factor of 3. So that means I'm going to take 3 and multiply it by 3, my x. I'm going to take my y, which is 2, and multiply that by 3. So my new ordered pair, 3 times 3 would be 9, 2 times 3 would be 6. And so we'll go ahead and graph 9, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, a double prime. And what's kind of neat about this is if you connect from the origin, every one of those new vertices can be connected through the same line. It's like a ray going out from the origin there. All right, next. Let's go ahead and dilate a line. So we did a point. Now let's try dilating a line. So here we have line AB, and we're going to dilate it using a scale factor of 2. So if A is at 3, 1, all right, we're going to take 3, multiply it times 2. We're going to take 1, multiply it times 2. So A prime would now be 6, 2. Let's go ahead and do our B. So that would be 1 times 2 and 4 times 2. So B prime would be 2, 8. So let's go ahead and graph that. So 6, +2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, +2. There's your A prime. And B is at 2, 8, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's your B prime. And let's go ahead and connect that. So you can see how the line was enlarged. When your scale factor is a positive whole number, your shape becomes an enlargement. Now, we have a scale factor down here of 1/2. So what's going to happen with that? That means I'm going to do 3 times 1/2, and that's 1.5 or 1.5. And I'm going to do 1 times 1/2, and that will be 0.5. So A prime is now 1.5 or 0.5 and 0.5 for your y. I'm going to take my 1 and multiply it times 1/2 here. And then I'm going to take 4, my y coordinate, and multiply that times a half. So b prime is now 1/2, and 4 times a half would be 2. So again, we can write this as a decimal 0.52. Either way, if you like fractions, leave it in fraction form. If not, decimals are fine. So let's go ahead. So a prime is at 1.5. So if this is 1, 1.5 is about here. And then 0.5 would be halfway between the x-axis and 1. And our b prime is at 0.52. So 0.5, we're going this way, and then up 2, that would be your b. I'm going to call that b2. And if we connect those, we can see that those were a reduction, okay? When our scale factor is a fraction, that means we're going to have a reduction. When our scale factor is a whole number, all right, like we had here with the 2, all right, that means you're going to have an enlargement. And again, like I say, when we connect, we can draw a line from the origin, and all of those points, all right, are going to intersect that line as it radiates out from the origin. All right, now we've done a point and a line. Let's go ahead and dilate a triangle on the coordinate plane. So here we have triangle ABC with our ordered pairs here, all right? And let's go ahead and dilate that using a scale factor of 2. So I'm going to do -2 times 2 and 1 times 2 for A. So A prime is going to be -4, +2. I'm going to take -1 and multiply it by 2. And then I have 4 times 2. And so B prime will now be -2, +8. For C, I have -4 times 2 and +4 times 2. So C prime is going to be -8, +8. So let's go ahead and graph those. A prime, so -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, +2. B prime, and that's my A. B prime is -2, +8, so 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up here, and that's my B prime, okay? And C is at -8, +8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There's my C. And now when I connect all my vertices, I can see that we have an enlargement, all right? And again, if you want to connect your vertices radiating out from the origin, you can do that. It's not required, but it's kind of neat to look at. And there are all your B's, A's, B's, and C's radiating out. It kind of makes it look like a three-dimensional shape when you do that. All right, let's try one more triangle. And this time, let's dilate using a scale factor of 1/2. We know since this is a fraction, this is going to be a reduction. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to have -6 times 1/2 and +6 times 1/2. So A prime is going to be -3, +3. Here we're going to have 2 times 1/2 and 2 times 1/2. So B prime is going to be 1, 1. And here we have -4 times 1/2, -4 times 1/2. So now C prime is going to be -2, -2. So let's go ahead and graph those. So A prime we now have at -3, +3. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So there's your new A. B is at 1, 1. There's your B. And C prime, -2, -2. There's C prime. And we'll go ahead and connect those vertices. And that looks like it's all in the same location. All right. And so there we have a dilated shape using a scale of 1/2. So we knew it was going to be a reduction. And our prior triangle, we had a scale factor of 2, so it was an enlargement. All right, thanks for checking in. Hope this helped. Have a great afternoon.